your team's defense in this ball game?
Well, obviously, we played really good defense. I thought we played really well against Matthew Wright, especially. But, we got an assist from Talkatex, who, right now, Phoenix is going through a really murderous time in their schedule. You had to play Talkatex, who plays with tremendous pace, up and down, up and down, up and down, and then you have to turn around a day and a half later and play us. So, they were tuckered out. They came out with great energy in the first part of the game, and it was scary. They looked really scary, but you could see them getting tired. And we had an extra day off, and we weren't playing top ten. So, as much as I like our defense tonight, I have to give an assist to top ten for wearing them out for us. We'll take it. Every team is going to have their murderous part of their schedule. We're going to have ours, and Talkatex will have theirs. Everybody's going to have that time. And right now, Peaks is going through theirs. So we've got to have a good time, really good time.
Banking on that topic, Coach, how difficult is it to balance giving them enough rest and making sure that they are in tip-top condition?
Well, it's almost like a playoff format. We're playing almost every other day, and so we're doing like playoff-like practices, trying to make sure we don't give too much energy. We do know that we're trying to get guys still in shape, and so they got to keep working. But again, you're right. You have to find that balance constantly. Right now, I think we're trying really hard to find a balance with Jeff in LA, trying to rush them back into shape and trying to keep them healthy and not getting injured. So, we're basically 14 strong, out of our 15. Art's been injured, but Art came out and practiced the last day yesterday before we played, and now we might be 15 strong. So we're real happy where we are right now in terms of health. Trying to keep it that way.
Now welcoming questions from our Zoom callers, starting out with Sir Hoble of PB Rush.
Hi Coach, good evening. Hello. Coach, you're 4-0 and you have your best start as a Ginebra coach since taking over Ginebra. This is your best record. But can you recall the last time you had this good start as a coach?
Well, I've known, I guess I've known, I've been reading a lot about me in the past, about being slow starting all the time. And, the thing that I think is that we all came in equal. Oftentimes, we come from a championship and we're a little bit tired, worn out, have a little bit of a hangover. So we start the conference slow and try to pick it up. That's usually by design. We really, we don't want to lose early, but we're willing to accept the early losses, knowing we're going to peak later on and peak at the right time. But right now, we all came in equal. So, no one had really an edge over anybody else. So we're just trying to, two things. One is that getting off to a good start in the bubble was really important for us because we wanted our guys to be mentally healthy. When you're winning, you're mentally healthy. When you're losing, it's difficult to keep that mental health going. And there's so many situations, you're away from your family, you're in your room all day, you're rooming with a guy you don't normally room with for 2.5 months. There's a lot of issues that can happen to you. But if you're winning, those things kind of disappear. So that's why it was really important, number one, for us to get off to a good start. At least that's what we talked about. And number two, we're getting great contributions from everybody. I mean, you get into those things from a coaching standpoint where, and it happens a few times in your career. You wish it happened all the time. It doesn't. You point to that guy, he goes out and plays great. You point to that guy, he goes out and plays great. Anybody you point to goes out and plays great. And so we're in a good rhythm right now. We just got to make sure that we stay there, that we stay humble, and realize that what we're doing is all because of hard work. So it's great to get off to this kind of start. And I guess to answer your question, no, I can't remember the last time I got off to a 4-0 start. So this is great for us.
Thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Ray.
Next question from Mayor Mayato.
Yes, good evening, Coach. Congratulations on the win. So you're talking about the day off. You have extra days off. You'll be playing on Sunday. Magnolia will be playing on Friday. How are you going to prevent any rustiness come Manila Classical Sunday football?
I think both teams really get up for the middle of the Classico. I just don't think there's any doubt about that. I mean, that's one of the games I don't have to say any great words to motivate because they're automatically motivated when you come to the middle of the Classico. It's a great rivalry. It's a fun rivalry. I've been fortunate to be on both sides, so I know how it's like from both sides. So it's really a great rivalry. I guess I used the term day off last time. And I said this last time I think I was here. There are no days off in the boat. If you take a full day off, then your guys are just going to lay in their beds all day. So every day we're going to get our guys up and do something, whether it be get to the workouts or get to practice. We will practice literally every day. We'll just manage our practices in a proper way that we don't wear guys down. But we'd rather have them out, walk around in the gym and taking shots than laying down in their bed all day. So there's really no, in my mind, there's no day off. We work every day. And just there's different levels of how hard you're going to push and how hard you're not going to push. And hopefully we find the right balance when we do that.
Thank you.
Thanks, Aaron. Next question will be from Ms. Camille Laredo.
Hi Coach, good evening and congrats on the win.
All
Hey Coach, I just wanted to ask, did the news of the suspected positive case affect the team in any way heading into this game? Your mental state, your preparation for the game?
Well, there was obviously a lot of talk about it, before, in our Viber group, everybody was vibering. There was total room quarantine today, so none of us could get out of the room, no one could go visit with anybody, so we got all of our news on Viber. And so there was a lot of talk, and eventually we just said, hey, let's put it away. We got game time coming up, let's go win a game first, and then we'll talk about it again. So, hopefully that gets settled, and we continue on as normal as we can be. And, but it was certainly a topic of conversation. But I think we settled it on that focus well and continue to play.
Thanks Coach.
One more question from Mr. Ruben Terrado.
Coach, good evening. Coach, according to Sir Fidel, the 4-0 start match a franchise record which came in 1986 conference when Ginebra won its first championship with Robert Jaworski, Billy Ray Bates, and Michael Hackett. Your thoughts about matching that record?
Wow, those are big names. I mean, of course, the Big J and Billy Ray Bates and Michael Hackett. Wow, it's just nice to be mentioned in those names. Those are incredible names. It just goes to show how hard it is to get out to a 4-0 starting in this league. It takes a lot of mental toughness to put a winning streak together in this league. So, hopefully we can continue it on. But yeah, it's great to be mentioned in those names. I mean, the paper star, the Twitter, or whatever, it'll be mentioned in us, the Big J and Hackett, and of course Billy Ray Bates. Wow, I'm glad to be part of that history. That's a nice history to be part of. Hopefully we can continue it going. How long did they win? Do you know? Did they go past 4 games? Did they win their 5th? Does anybody know?
They won the championship.
Yeah, they won the championship. Did they win their 5th game or did they lose their 5th game? Was it only a 4-0 start?
I think so, because you matched it, Coach. I think that was the story. It was,
Yeah, I guess if we matched it.
yeah.
Well, they could have got lives and they could have actually been. I don't know. But yeah, it'd be great if you go out and get our 5th. That'd be super. I think especially in the middle of the classic.
Thank you, Sir Ruben, and thank you, Coach Templon, for your time.
Oh, okay, that's it. No weekend, it's on the road. Thank you.
Up next, we will continue this press conference as we welcome PBA Commissioner Willie Marshall. Thank you again, Coach Tem.